Guide. The Human Code, From Victim to Creator. The Human Code, the foundational volume of the Guide series. This book is the central link and practical core of all my works united under the name Guide. Here, theory becomes a system, and principles turn into working algorithms for constructing your own reality. Preface. Why this book belongs in my system. If you're reading these lines, you're already familiar with my work, perhaps through my book on strength, on harmony, on trust, or through that most unflinching one where I told the unvarnished truth about the people lurking on dating sites. Each of my books was a response to pain, a question, or a stage in my life. But when I looked back at all 16 of my books, I realized something essential was missing from the system. A method was missing. A bridge between two shores was missing. But before we cross that bridge, allow me to step back for a moment, because the method you now hold in your hands wasn't born in the silence of a study. It was forged under conditions where the cost of a mistake wasn't measured in money, but in lives. It has been tested in battles where you had to rebuild everything from scratch after your very ground was ripped away. Who am I, and from where do I speak? My name is Garagulya. I am a reserve officer, a captain. My first school of reading codes was Naval Aviation of the Pacific Fleet. I served as head of the Radio Electronic Equipment and Electronic Warfare Group. My job was to read signals, to see what's hidden, to understand the most complex systems long before they revealed themselves. I maintained 12 types of aircraft and helicopters. In this world, a mismatch between instrument readings and reality, a misreading of an opponent's intent, wasn't just an offense, it was catastrophe. Ever since then, my mind has been wired to detect the gap between declaration and truth. Then came the reset. Layoffs. The system I served broke down, and I found myself at ground zero. I didn't sink. I went to construction, to building my own reality. From scratch, I created a custom furniture workshop, from napkin sketch to client installation. That was my first experience where the object wasn't an aircraft, but a human being, his expectations, his wallet. I had to read not instruments, but tension in a voice, greed in a glance, lies in a smile. I wasn't building cabinets. I was building trust, or cutting off those to whom trust couldn't be given. But the sky called me once more. I returned to systems, but this time as a test engineer at the Irkutsk aviation plant. The Su-30SM, the Yak-130. Again, it was about perfecting, hunting for weak links, uncompromising clarity, because in the sky, there is no room for kind of or sort of. And then, land. Real land. Siberia, Sakhalin, the Amur gas processing plant. I worked as a foreman in oil and gas, including with the international company Halliburton. Minus 50 degrees outside, multinational crews, billion-dollar projects. Reading people here became a matter of physical safety and the success of the entire operation. You learn to see exhaustion under a work suit, lies behind a foreman's smile, weakness of character beneath loud words. You filter, not for a date, but before entrusting someone with a section of pipeline. And parallel to that, I built my own empire. Entrepreneur, marketplace supplier, trader. Here, your enemy and your resource is the crowd, their fears and greed. Charts, trends, panic, frenzy. This is reading the collective unconscious expressed through numbers. Again, the same principle. Seek the dissonance between what's said, news, analytics, and what the body shows, price charts, trading volumes. Now I'm the author of 16 books and host of 3 channels, including English language ones. Why am I telling you all this? So you understand. The system in your hands isn't theory. It's a field manual written in blood, sweat, jet fuel, wood shavings, and candlestick charts. It was born at the moment I was left alone with the world after one system collapsed, and it's been stress-tested across completely different worlds. Military, engineering, blue-collar labor, and entrepreneurship. Eve learned to read the code of an aircraft, the code of an oil field, the code of the market, and the code of a human being, and discovered that the principles are always the same. Now, looking back at all my books, eBay spotted the gap. They contained plenty of what and why, but lacked a clear, engineering-style how. On one shore, knowledge about how to be strong, kind, and spiritually grounded, along with bitter wisdom about how that strength and kindness get used against you. This is the shore of what and why. On the other shore, the ability to actually build that life. Choose worthy people, create healthy relationships, live in your sovereignty. This is the shore of how. This book is that bridge. Its working title: The Human Code. How to read people from microexpressions to frequencies and build your own reality. Who is this book for? I write as a man. My experience, my battles, my mistakes, from naval aviation to oil fields and dating scenes, all filtered through a masculine lens. Many examples, case studies, and the address bro are aimed at those walking a similar path. But the system you hold is universal. It's about adequacy. It's for anyone tired of being a resource in someone else's strategy. Whether you're a man exhausted by predatory schemes and relationships, or a woman worn down by narcissistic manipulators in prince costumes, the mechanics are identical. Body language dissonance, victim mentality, energy vampirism, narcissistic triangulation, these viruses don't discriminate by gender. If you're a woman, just mentally flip certain situations. Instead of predator on a dating site, imagine freeloader in a leased Porsche. Instead of a tyrannical boss, picture a manipulative, whiny friend. The principles of reading human code, tuning your frequencies, and setting boundaries work exactly the same. This book isn't about gender warfare. It's about clarity, sovereignty, and engineering a healthy reality. And that territory belongs neither to men nor women, it belongs to mature, responsible individuals who choose to build rather than just survive. If you're here, you're already on that territory. Turn on your scanner. What does this book bring to my system? 1. It's a foundational tool. No philosophy without practice here. This is an instruction manual for operating the human interface. How to decode body language, voice, words, context, and energy. This scanner applies to any situation, from choosing a partner to business negotiations, from self-analysis to vetting new acquaintances. 2. It's the connecting link. It takes the hard-won lessons from my book about predators, threat analysis, lie detection, and moves forward, to chapters on tuning your frequency, building boundaries, and consciously attracting people with whom you can build, not just survive. This is the path from diagnosis to treatment, from war to peace and sovereignty. 3. It turns theory into algorithm. In my self-development books, I spoke often about principles. Here, those principles become tangible through checklists, exercises, and step-by-step protocols. Now readers have not just a map, where to go, but a compass with detailed navigation, how to get there. 4. It creates community. This book acts as a filter. Those who understand it and adopt it are people tired of being victims of circumstance and ready to become architects of their lives. That's how strong, thoughtful people will gather around these ideas, forming the foundation for future channels, courses, and dialogue. How to read this book within the context of the entire series. If you came through dating site for dudes. The antidote, this is your logical next step. You already know what a landmine looks like. Now you'll learn not just to avoid minefields, but to build cities on them. If you came through my books on harmony and strength, this book gives you practical tools to protect that harmony and apply that strength in a real world full of manipulation. If this is your first book of mine, you're holding the master key to the whole system. With it, you can consciously enter any of my other topics, already equipped with a working truth detector and reality constructor. This isn't just another book in my sequence. It's the core. It transforms fragmented knowledge into a unified ecosystem where every piece supports the others. My goal isn't to write as many books as possible. My goal is to create a complete operating system for a person who wants to live their own life, not one imposed from the outside. And this work is that system's main executable file, the kernel. Thank you for your trust. Turn on your inner scanner. And let's go. Instead of a preface. Turn on your scanner if you're reading this, you're tired. Tired of guessing. Tired of believing pretty words that conceal emptiness or calculation. Tired of feeling like a resource in someone else's strategy. This book isn't about paranoia. It's about clarity. We won't be reading coffee grounds or studying abstract psychology. We'll treat a person as a complex system and learn to read their actual indicators, not what they claim, but what their body, voice, words, and energy betray. You'll learn to distinguish between confidence versus rehearsed bravado, genuine interest versus polite consumption, deep feeling versus a script titled love, a partner versus a function looking for a plug. This knowledge is your armor and your filter, not to hate everyone, but to stop feeding those who came not for you, but for your resources. Turn on your inner scanner. It's time not just to read text, but to read the author. Chapter 1. The body, the silent betrayer. You can rehearse words and scripts, but your body is an ancient, honest system running on autopilot. It doesn't lie as cleanly as the mind does. It reacts. Your job is to translate that reaction from the language of instincts into the language of facts. 1. Core principle. Dissonance is the key to everything. Don't hunt for isolated suspicious gestures. Look for the gap between what someone says and what their body shows. Example. He says, "This doesn't matter to me. I'm calm." His body. Foot tapping rhythmically, running foot, fingers fidgeting at the table edge, jaw slightly clenched. Your conclusion. The body reveals strong nervous tension and impatience. Claims of calmness are either lies or self-deception. Red flag. When words and body are in harmony, you're likely dealing with an integrated person. When they're out of sync, it's either inner conflict or conscious manipulation. 2. Closure. When the body builds a wall, this isn't always malice, it's instinctive self-protection. The key is understanding what it's protecting against. What to watch for. Crossed arms. Classic, but don't jump to conclusions. Someone might just be cold or habitually sit that way. The context matters. Crossed arms during your important question, criticism, or a request for trust equals clear sign. I'm defending myself from you / from this topic. Crossed ankles. A subtler but equally powerful closure signal. Common in people forced to appear calm, job interviews, dates, while internally tense. Closed torso. Shoulders turned away, leaning back in chair, placing a bag, cup, or pillow as a barrier between you. Hands in pockets, especially clenched. Hidden aggression, withdrawal, unwillingness to be open. The hands say, "I won't give you anything, not even a gesture, and am ready for conflict." Translation for dating. You're on a date. Your partner talks about wanting closeness, but their torso faces the exit, arms are crossed, and they micro-flinch at your light touch. What it means. Their words about closeness are either socially expected or self-persuasion. Their body screams, "I'm scared / uncomfortable / I don't want this." Trust the body. 3. Openness. Sincerity or a skillful act. Open postures, palms up, torso facing you, relaxed arms, signal trust and comfort. But hey, race the trap. Professional manipulators, salespeople, and seducers know these gestures and use them deliberately to trigger your trust. How to tell real openness from performance. Key 1. Watch for microsigns of fear. A genuinely open person is relaxed, shoulders aren't hunched toward ears, a stress signal, breathing is even, gaze is calm. A manipulator performing openness often can't control their neck, they'll touch it, adjust their collar. That's a leak of their true, tense state. Key 2. Mirroring. Genuine rapport and engagement cause people to unconsciously mimic each other's postures. If you sit openly and your interlocutor, while talking about trust, doesn't mirror you for a prolonged time, be suspicious. Their openness may be theater. 4. Feet and toes. Where do they want to go? The most honest part of the body. Least controlled. Toes pointed toward you equals interest, engagement, body wants closeness. Toes pointed toward the exit equals subconscious desire to end the conversation and leave, even if their smile is warm and torso faces you, their feet have already bolted. Running foot equals rhythmic tapping or bouncing. Classic sign of impatience, boredom, desire to be anywhere but here. Real-life dating example. You're in a CAF. Your date nods attentively, smiles, but their feet have pointed toward the street for 10 minutes, and one foot taps rapidly under the table. Translation. Their conscious mind tries politeness, but their entire being wants to escape. It's not your fault. It's their lack of genuine interest. 5. The face. Microexpressions, flashes of truth. These are involuntary facial muscle contractions lasting 1/251/5 of a second. Nearly impossible to fully suppress. They appear before someone puts on the appropriate social mask. What to watch: facial zones. Eyebrows plus forehead. Raised plus furrowed plus horizontal forehead lines equals fear, surprise, lowered plus furrowed plus vertical lines between brows equals anger, tension, concentration, eyes plus eyelids. Dilated pupils, if lighting didn't change, equals interest or arousal, positive or fear-based, squinting, lower eyelid tension, equals distrust, judgment, often hidden hostility, snake eyes, darting gaze, avoiding eye contact equals shame, guilt, lying, mouth plus nose. Upper lip raised, nose wrinkled equals disgust, contempt, often flickers in response to your words or their own thoughts, lips tightly pressed, white line along edge equals suppressed anger, holding back words, genuine smile, Duchenne smile. Involves eyes, cheeks lift, crow's feet appear at corners. Fake smile. Lips only. Eyes remain cold, observing. How to use this. Ask a direct, emotionally charged question. Don't stare into their eyes, watch their entire face in the first half second after the question. Are you lying to me? Do you really want this relationship? Was what you said yesterday true? Between the question and the socially acceptable reply, of course not, the true emotion will flash. Fear, anger, disgust. Catch it, and you've accessed their real feelings directly. 6. Marker gestures. Common signs of inner conflict: touching neck, collar, or necklace. Throat protection, the most vulnerable zone. Signal of intense anxiety, nervousness, feeling endangered. Covering mouth while speaking. Subconscious attempt to shut oneself up, to keep truth, or lies, from escaping. If they cover their mouth while listening, they don't believe you or doubt you. Rubbing eyes or touching nose. I don't want to see/hear this. Classic sign of lying or unpleasant truth. Supportive gestures. Leaning on table, propping head, slouching in chair. Often indicates fatigue, but also lack of inner support, need for external validation. Chapter 1 Summary. Your body is your first and most honest ally in reading people. Don't ignore its signals in yourself, and don't miss them in others. Starting algorithm. 1. Assess overall posture. Open/closed. Where are the feet pointing? 2. Catch dissonance. Do posture, gestures, and microexpressions match what's being said? 3. Ask a test question. Observe facial and bodily reactions in the first instant. 4. Draw conclusion. If the body says no while words say yes, trust the body. Next time someone talks to you about love, trust, or partnership, look at their hands, feet, and face. They'll tell the story words never will. Chapter 2. The voice, the soundtrack of truth. Imagine the voice not just as speech, but as a live broadcast of the nervous system's state. The brain may craft perfect text, but vocal cords, breath, throat muscles are living sensors reading internal pressure. Stress, joy, fear, deception. Forget the meaning of words for a moment. Listen to the sound. It reveals more than any dictionary. 1. Tension and stress. When the voice tightens, what you hear. Voice becomes higher than usual, thin, sometimes cracking into falsetto. A slight tremor, metallic tone, as if speaking through the nose. Why? Under stress, the body mobilizes, muscles tense, including in the larynx. Vocal cords stretch, breathing becomes shallow. This is an ancient mechanism. High pitch equals infant's distress call, a warning signal to the tribe. Example 1. Lying under direct questioning situation. You ask your partner, "Are you texting your ex?" Truthful reply, "No, I'm not. Voice steady, normal pitch." Stress reply, lie/guilt. Short pause, "No, of course not." Last, no higher/louder than before, tremor in voice. Translation. I just lied, and my body is screaming from stress. Example 2. Hidden anxiety on a date situation. They confidently gesture while telling you about career success. What you hear. Story is smooth, but voice is half a tone higher than when discussing weather. Slight hoarseness. Translation. They desperately want to impress, stress, or parts of the story are embellished. Their body isn't relaxed, it's performing. Not necessarily bad, but not relaxed authenticity, just a presentation. 2. Artificial calm. When the voice is lowered, what you hear. Person deliberately speaks low, slowly, in a deep chest voice, like a news anchor, hypnotist, or confident leader. Why? A conscious tactic. Low voice in nature signals large size, strength, dominance, bears roar. Used to instill trust, demonstrate control, mask nervousness. Example. Manipulation in conflict situation. You voice a grievance, you're emotionally hurt. Manipulators reply. Pauses, looks you straight in the eye, and speaks very quietly, slowly, deeply. Calm down. Let's talk like adults. I understand your feelings. Translation. Their goal is to destabilize you. Your emotion, high voice, tension, contrasts with their rational calm, low voice. Subconsciously, you feel like a hysterical child next to a wise parent. This is status-lowering play. 90% of the time, this low tone hides cold calculation, not real understanding. 3. Rhythm and speed. How the brain generates thought. What you hear. Sudden acceleration, rapid-fire talking, noticeable slowing, drawn-out words, unjustified pauses, embolismic speech. Frequent well, like, you know, in general. Why? Speech tempo directly links to cognitive load. Truthful speech, recalling memory, flows smoothly. When fabricating, lying, hiding, inventing, the brain needs time, it inserts pauses, filler, or tries to rush past danger zones. Example. Testing a promise situation. You ask. Will you definitely come to my performance tomorrow? It's very important to me. Sincere yes. Yes, it'll be there. What time does it start? Quick, clear, may ask details. Unreliable yes, hidden refusal. Yeah, pause, of course, it'll try but work might run late, though it'll really try. Slowing, fillers, qualifiers, try versus. Will, pre-made excuse. Translation. Second reply isn't a yes, it's a slippery no. They're already preparing to not show up. Their brain focuses not on keeping the promise, but on softening the refusal. 4. Tremor and suppressed emotions. Rage, pain, panic. What you hear. Clear vibration in voice, as if talking in freezing cold. Voice may crack, drop to a whisper from tension. Not subtle nervous tremor, but deep, leaking agitation. Why? Strong emotion, anger, terror, deep sorrow, causes physiological tremor. They may suppress tears or screams, but can't fully control laryngeal microcontractions. Example. Discovering infidelity situation. You present evidence. Expect yelling, denial, hysteria. Guilty reaction, suppressed rage/fear. They don't shout. Stand pale, speak quietly, hoarsely, trembling. So what? What will you do now? That's your problem. Translation. That tremor is a cocktail of primal fear, exposure, loss, and rage, being caught. Calm words are a feeble face-saving attempt. The voice reveals inner catastrophe, not cold calculation, but a cornered animal. 5. Monotony. Emotional burnout or cold calculation. What you hear. Voice sounds flat, robotic. No natural rises/falls in intonation. No emotional coloring on key words. Why it happens. 1. Emotional exhaustion, depression, apathy, lack of energy to perform with voice. 2. Hidden contempt, boredom. You and your words aren't worth emotional investment. 3. Conscious control, manipulation. Reciting a script they don't emotionally inhabit. No soul in words, because they don't believe them. E.g., I love you said flatly equals information, not feeling. Example. Loving confession without love situation. After a fight, partner says, I love you. Let's not fight anymore. Genuine. Warm voice, slight softening on love, small pause. Felt emotion. Manipulative. Spoken quickly, flat, colorless, like a password. Iloveo, let's not fight anymore. No pauses, no intonation shift. Translation. Not feeling, social button pressed to deactivate your complaint. Body and voice didn't participate in this confession. Practical exercise. Audio detector 1. Establish a baseline. Call a close friend or talk to a new acquaintance on neutral topic. Memorize their normal speech speed, pitch, mannerisms. 2. Ask a test question. Not accusatory, but important to you, plans, feelings, facts. 3. Analyze. Are they speaking in the same voice zone? Watch for higher pitch, stress, tremor, strong emotion, slowing/pauses, constructing answer, acceleration, trying to rush past, monotony, disengagement. 4. Ask a follow-up detail question. If lying, cognitive load increases, voice signs intensify. If truthful, voice stays stable, details flow easily. Golden rule. 1 sign equals hint. 2 plus signs in response to a key question equals serious signal from your intuition. Don't accuse, but switch to high alert. Shift focus from ears to eyes and future actions. Words may be diplomats. The voice is always a scout. Trust the scout. Chapter 3. Words. How to decode the speech matrix. Words are the most flexible masking tool, but also the most vulnerable. Because people speak as they think. Their speech patterns are a direct map of their inner world. Traumas, beliefs, manipulative schemes, true intentions. Your job. Stop hearing only meaning. Start hearing structure. Catch patterns that reveal the inner program behind pretty phrases. 1. Victim language. Everyone owes me because I'm suffering, not about objectively hard circumstances, but a worldview where the person is the universe's center, and everyone owes them. Key markers. Generalizations from single cases. I never get lucky, all men/women are jerks, nothing ever works for me. Passive stance, shirking responsibility. It just happened, I had to lie, she made me feel this way, it's just my character. Demand for exceptional treatment. You should understand I'm struggling. If you loved me, you wouldn't ask this. Constant complaining without action. Endless stories about same problems, blaming everyone, but zero steps toward solutions. Energy goes to extracting sympathy/resources, not fixing. Dialogue breakdown, dating/relationships. They say, I'm so unlucky. Everyone leaves me. My last partner took half my apartment and left. I guess I just have bad luck in love. I need someone to finally understand and protect my fragile heart. What you hear, decoding. 1. Everyone leaves me equals victim generalization. 2. Took half my apartment equals hint at major financial loss, and desire to restore justice at your expense. 3. Bad luck equals shifting responsibility, it's fate's fault, not I choose poorly. 4. Need someone to understand/protect equals direct request for a function. You must be therapist and bodyguard. Where are your needs? Absent. Your conclusion. Not a potential partner, a rehabilitation project with undefined budget. Their goal isn't building something together, but compensating losses and getting lifelong emotional support. 2. Narcissist language. I'm the star, you're the satellite. Everything revolves around me. A narcissist isn't necessarily a vain pretty boy/girl. Often it's someone with deep inner emptiness, filling it with external validation, attention, and others' resources. Key markers. Any topic gets redirected to self. You share work trouble, they reply. Oh, that's just like me. Mine was 100x worse. Listen, dialogue becomes their monologue. Sacred infallibility. Never wrong in principle. Mistakes are always others or circumstances. Criticism equals personal insult, failure to recognize genius. Double standards. They can be late, change plans, demand attention, you can't. Your needs equals whims, your boundaries equals lack of love. Idealization devaluation. Initially worship you, you're so unique, Eve never met anyone like you. But once you assert will, disagree, or stop admiring, they suddenly devalue you. I was wrong, you're actually boring/ordinary. Dialogue breakdown, relationship conflict. Situation. You express hurt, they forgot your important event. Narcissist reply. You and your complaints again. Do you even know what kind of day I had? I was burning out on a project so we could afford to live. And you're whining about your little hurts. You don't appreciate what I do for you. You're selfish. What you hear, decoding. 1. Your complaints again equals your feelings framed as the problem 2. Topic redirected to self/achievements, I was burning out, 3. Noble motives claimed, so we could live, to cover their mistake 4. Your pain minimized, little hurts, 5. Projection, they accuse you of selfishness while being selfish your conclusion. Not problem-solving dialogue, verbal duel to maintain their illusion of superiority. You'll always be guilty, your role is to reflect their greatness, not have your own feelings. 3. Manipulator language. Do what I want, but believe it's your idea. Manipulators avoid direct requests. They create conditions where your right choice equals fulfilling their will. Key constructions. Truisms, false obviousness. Everyone knows you help loved ones, with money, a real man always provides, a smart woman doesn't interfere in her man's affairs. Tries to trigger your social programming instead of logic. False choice. Either you trust me and give money for this business, apartment, mom's treatment, or you don't love me and we break up. No real choice, goal is to threaten loss. Emotional leverage, guilt, pity, duty. Guilt. Eve sacrificed my whole life for you, because of you, I now have problems, pity. If you leave me, I don't know what it'll do, I have no one, only you understand me, everyone else is so cold, duty. I helped you when everyone turned away. Is it so hard for you to do something for me now? Ultimatum disguised as care. I'm only doing this for you/for us. Pushing their agenda as altruism. Dialogue breakdown, resource request. Situation. A few dates in, partner steers toward finances. Manipulator phrase. You know, looking at you, I see you're genuine, reliable. Not like others. I'm really struggling, credit's crushing me, and working for peanuts isn't for me. I have a genius business idea, but need a small sum to start. Maybe we could invest together. I can tell you're smart and understand we must build our future. Not like those petty people who fight over money. What you hear, decoding. 1. Praise ladder. First flatters, genuine, reliable, to soften you. 2. Victim plus chosen one imagery. Struggling, credit, working for peanuts plus genius idea, classic combo. 3. Substitution. Not give me money, but invest together, illusion of partnership. 4. Self-esteem pressure. You're smart and get it, refusing equals you're dumb and don't get it. 5. Isolation. Not like petty people, separates you from normal folks with healthy boundaries. Your conclusion. Not a partnership offer, but a refined resource extraction scheme disguised as relationship exclusivity. Money will vanish, business will fail, and you'll be blamed, you didn't support me enough, you didn't believe. Questions as scanners. The art of reality interviewing. Now you know what to watch and listen for. Body, voice, words, these are channels carrying information. But waiting passively for someone to reveal themselves is slow and inefficient. Time to go active. A question isn't an interrogation, it's a surgical instrument inserted into reality to get an honest answer. Not a verbal one, that can lie, but an energetic, bodily, systemic one. You ask, and watch how the system, person, reacts. Tone shift, posture change, gaze, tension level. Forget proper small talk. Your goal isn't to please, you aim to clarify. Types of detector questions. 1. Specific versus general questions. General. Do you like traveling? Likely reply. Oh yes, love it. Socially safe, non-committal, detector. What's your most vivid trip in the last 3 years, and what exactly happened? Watch. Can they recall a specific memory vividly? Or mumble abstractly, well, I like the sea. Specificity cures lies. Liars live in generalities. 2. Past decisions equals best predictor of future, don't ask. Are you responsible? They'll say yes, ask. Tell me about a time you were under deadline pressure and had to choose between keeping your word and personal gain. What did you choose, and why? A detailed past story equals ready-made case study. You'll see their values in action, not words. Someone who prioritized convenience over commitments before will likely repeat it with you. 3. Future plans, test for congruence and engagement, not. What are we doing Saturday? But. How do you imagine our ideal weekend together in 6 months, if things work out? Green flag. They engage, build scenarios with you at center. I think we could, I'd love it if we shows ability to think as a pair. Red flag. Confusion, reducing to sex/money, fancy restaurant, too early, well see. Shows consumer mindset, what will you offer, or inability to think long-term. 4. Dumb clarifying questions to test pressure response, them. I stayed late at work, crazy deadline. You. What time did you finally leave? Healthy reaction. Clarifies time/context calmly, past midnight. Manipulator/liar reaction. Irritation, sarcasm, deflection, are you checking me, I said, late. Shows story is fragile, extra questions feel like threats. Practice. Build your arsenal. 1. Take a notebook. Create 4 categories. Dating, early dates, 1 to 3, relationships, business/negotiations. 2. For each, write 23 your own detector questions using above principles. Keep them open-ended, no yes/no, and neutral-toned, not accusatory. 3. Use them in real life, not as rigid script, but as guides. Ask, then silence. Listen to reply and observe the whole system. The words are only 20% to 80% is how they're delivered. Chapter summary. Don't be a passive receiver, become an active extractor of truth. A well-asked question is a flashlight in a dark room. You don't know what you'll see, but you'll illuminate what's hidden. 4. Language of avoiding responsibility. I never said that exactly. This is the language of someone who never wants to be the bad guy. Their words are always vague, ambiguous, so they can later deny them. Key markers. Vague phrasing. Maybe he'll come, he'll try, probably yes, well figure it out. Denying their own words. You misunderstood, I meant something else, you're exaggerating. Accusing of oversensitivity. You take everything too personally, can't you take a joke, I was just kidding. Answering a question with a question. You. Did you do that? Them. Is it not allowed anymore? / don't you trust me? Avoiding direct reply, deflecting. Practical exercise. Verbal scanner 1. Record mentally. In next important conversation, record not just content, but exact phrasing. 2. Analyze structure. Who talks more? Who redirects everything to self? Any generalizations, always, never. Passive constructions, it just happened. Emotional pressure, guilt, duty, pity. Direct requests, or vague hints. 3. Clarify ambiguity. What exactly do you mean by well figure it out? / what specifically should I do to show support? 4. Watch reaction. Sincere person clarifies, reflects, negotiates. Manipulator gets irritated, accuses you of nitpicking, sulks, or offers new vague promises. Remember. Someone wanting clear, honest relationships will strive for clear, honest phrasing. Someone wanting maneuvering room, control, or exploitation will speak in fog, duty, and emotional blackmail. Your ears are now not just for hearing, but for detecting linguistic viruses. Don't let them infect your operating system. Chapter 4. Context and Environment: How to read a person through their world, body, voice, words equals direct broadcast. But there's background info that often speaks louder than declarations. Their home, social circle, digital footprint, past. These are the sets they've chosen for themselves, and they don't lie. Context equals congruence check. Does the image they present match the world they actually live in? 1. Home and personal space. Museum of their inner world. Home equals extension of psyche. Order, or chaos, indwelling order, or chaos, in mind. What to watch, and what it means. Overwhelming, suffocating clutter. Not post-work mess, but chronic chaos. Dirty dishes pile, dust, things never put away. Translation. Possible deep apathy, depression, learned helplessness, I can't handle life, infantilism. Will seek not a partner, but a parent cleaner to carry their disorganization. You'll run rescue ops, not build a family. Sterile, impersonal order. Spotless, but no personal items. Books, trinkets, hobby signs. Feels like a hotel room. Translation. Either just moved, or sign of emotional closure/control. Fears intimacy/vulnerability. Relationships may feel cold, transactional, you're part of decor to be kept clean. Museum of the past. Ex-partner photos prominently displayed, their gifts visible, deceased relatives things arranged as if alive. Past dominates present. Translation. Lives in past, not present. Emotionally unavailable for new relationships. You'll always be in shadow of past life, compared to ghosts. Until they bury the past symbolically, no room for you. Showroom home, expensive but empty. Designer everything, but no life signs. Books, hobby tools, cooking traces. All for show. Translation. Main value equals status display, not comfort. Often seeks not a partner, but an accessory to complete the image. Your role. Look successful/beautiful/on brand. Your true feelings may not fit the design. Real-life example. You visit a man who presents himself as successful, busy alpha. His luxury apartment. Unpacked tech boxes on floor, empty fridge, table cluttered with cigarettes and empty energy drink cans. Decoding. Huge gap between declared image, success, order, and reality, chaos, burnout, domestic neglect. Not success, hamster wheel where external gloss costs inner emptiness. Hell drain your resources, domestic, emotional, to prop up this shaky construct. 2. Social circle. You're the average of your 5 closest people. People rarely tolerate long-term those deeply alien to them. Friends equals mirror of values. What to watch, and what it means. No old, trusted friends. Person over 35, only colleagues, drinking buddies, or flavor of the month friends. Red flag. Why can't they maintain long, selfless bonds? Possible reasons. User mentality, used and tossed, unstable character, toxicity drove people away, lack of depth. Only inferiors in circle. All friends clearly depend on them financially, emotionally, or status-wise. No equals to be vulnerable with. Translation. Needs to feel superior/in control. Can't friend as equals. In relationship, will seek same hierarchy, you equals subordinate. Circle contradicts their words. Claims spiritual growth, but friends are crude, vulgar. Talks family values, but friends are cynical divorcees obsessed with alimony. Translation. Either lying about values, or too weak to uphold them even among friends. Both bad. Friends/relatives visibly wary or roll eyes when he's mentioned. Brightest red flag. If closest people, who've known them for years, act this way, run. They've already walked the path of disappointment you're about to start. 3. Digital footprint, social media. What legend are they creating? Social media real life. It's a staged image they want to sell, to world and self. Your job. Spot gaps between image and real you. What to watch? Total mismatch. Quiet, simple in person, but social media equals club photos, borrowed cars, luxury resort geotags, often single photo repurposed. Translation. Deep inner conflict, self-rejection, desire to appear different. Will demand you match their fantasy, not relate authentically. Constant attention-seeking, vampirism. Endless selfies, tear-jerking quote stories, posts like I feel awful but won't say why. Translation. Emotional void needing constant like/comment validation. In relationship, you'll be their personal approval supplier, tasked with feeding shaky self-worth. Aggressive luxury life display, often on credit. Expensive items, restaurants, trips presented as normal. Translation. Not success, it's a signal to potential sponsors. I'm used to this. Can you maintain it? Often direct bait. No social media or very modest, private account, for 30-40 plus, often a green flag. Suggests real-life focus, privacy value, no need for constant validation. Still verify via other channels. 4. Past. Not to judge, but to understand patterns. Past isn't bad, but it's a report on previous projects. You care not about partner count, but behavioral patterns in relationships. Key self-questions, and for them. 1. Who initiated breakups, and why? If always innocent victim while all exes equals jerks, they can't see their role in conflicts. 2. Any unfinished business? Painful stories still told with voice tremor after 10 years. Energy's still there, not in present. 3. How do they speak of exes? Respectfully, with gratitude for experience equals maturity. With hatred, humiliation, vengeance equals toxicity/resentment they may transfer to you. 4. Same pattern repeating. Always get freeloaders, everyone uses me. After 3x, ask. Maybe not bad luck, but unconscious selection because that dynamic feels familiar/beneficial, e.g., victim role. Example. Woman says. Eve had 3 marriages. All men started golden, then turned out alcoholic abusers. I'm so tired of suffering. Analysis. Near zero chance of randomly marrying 3 hidden alcoholic abusers. Likely. 1. Ignored early red flags, body/voice/context, because she wanted marriage. 2. Unconsciously chose this type, victim versus tyrant feels familiar, possibly from childhood. 3. Learned no lessons, didn't seek therapy, just changed scenery. Your takeaway. If you're not an abuser, you won't fit her script. She'll either try to provoke you into tyranny, or lose interest, no drama equals boring. Practice. Assembling the mosaic. Now you have data from 4 sources. 1. Body, ch1, instant reaction 2. Voice, ch2, emotional backdrop 3. Words, ch3, conscious programs 4. Context, ch4, habitat. Don't grab one sign, seek the system. Portrait example, ideal user. Body. Open posture on date, but feet toward exit, micro-smirk at future questions. Voice. Talks feelings in flat, unmodulated tone. Words. Uses future language, well build, well have, but all concrete plans come from you. Lots of I regarding desires. Context. Home clean but personality free. Social media equals high life. Friends equals all successful, conversations equals money/status. Past equals string of short relationships with wealthy partners. Overall picture. Not seeking partner, optimizing life conditions. Their love equals calculated investment. Your feelings equals risk to hedge. Context equals bullshit test. If pretty words crash against reality of their world, trust reality. Chapter 4.1. Digital Footprint, How to Read a Person by Their Online Imprint Social Media Life. It's a digital showroom where everyone displays the image they want to sell. But even in this showroom, there are cracks. Our job. Learn to see them. Here, you're not seeking truth, you're hunting gaps between image and reality, between words and digital actions. 1. Profile. What legend are they creating? What to watch? Avatar/banner. Over-retouched, perfect photos. Narcissism or deep insecurity. Photos with others' cars/homes. Leeching off others' status. Bio. Self-labels like queen, goddess, alpha, chosen one. Red flag. Mature people don't need self-stickers. Bio full of money/success/luxury quotes. Not a person, a sales brochure. Geotags. Constant luxury location tags despite modest real life. Either credit-fueled lifestyle or direct sponsor bait. 2. Content. What do they constantly broadcast? Content types and decoding. Endless partying, clubs, raves. My life equals running from myself. Bored alone. Need someone to constantly entertain me. Endless suffering, sad quotes, songs, I feel awful but won't say why stories. Emotional vampirism. Plea. Come save me, comfort me, give energy. Endless success, money piles, luxury goods, biz seminars. I measure worth by money. Expect same from you. You equals part of my investment strategy. Endless spirituality, quotes, mantras, yoga, astrology. Caution, don't confuse with genuine interest. If every yoga pose is photo bait for like spiritual narcissism. We'll see self as enlightened and look down on you. 3. Activity. How do they interact with the world? Who do they like? Check activity feed. In relationship but liking suggestive opposite-sex photos. Signal. Comment behavior. Aggressive. Sycophantic. Conflict-seeking. Or wise/respectful. Comments equals real digital behavior. Post versus. Story mismatch. Posts equals successful life, stories equals empty/boring/whiny. Classic dissonance. 4. Online dating. How to spot a trap before first date scheme 1. Love bombing, match 2 hours later. You're not like others, this feels like fate, you're my soulmate. Goal. Trigger euphoria, attachment, disable critical thinking. Scheme 2. Intel gathering for future pressure, questions not about your interests, but job, income, housing, rent/own, car, parental support. Goal. Map your resources/vulnerabilities. Online verification script. 1. Ask for specifics. Not like travel. What country stuck with you most last year, and why? 2. Suggest voice/video message. Manipulators often fear live voice, harder to lie. 3. Track rhythm. Writes only at night, disappears for days, returns like nothing happened. Likely not exclusive in their list. 5. Practice. 10-minute profile audit. Take new matches profile. Answer. 1. Integrity. Online image matches real talk. 2. Who attracts them? Followers equals clones. Clones attract clones. 3. Demonstration versus sharing. Only self-display, or shares useful/funny/interesting content. 4. Real-life traces. Photos with friends, not selfies, hobbies, books, nature. Or just face/status. Chapter summary. Digital footprint verdict. It's extra intel channel. Use it not for stalking, but for congruence check. If online deity equals real-life void, your inner detector already knows what to do. Chapter 5. Frequencies and energy, the subtle physics of contact. So far, we've covered what's visible, audible, analyzable. But there's a perception level pre-logic. You enter a room and feel heaviness, or lightness. Shake someone's hand and instantly want to pull away, as if hit by unpleasant frequency electricity. Or feel magnetically drawn to someone before they've spoken. This isn't mysticism. It's reading the energy information field, a blend of microgestures, body scent, pheromones, warmth, gaze, voice timbre, movement speed. Your subconscious processes this in milliseconds and outputs. Attraction/repulsion, trust/anxiety. Ignoring these signals equals disabling fire alarms because you don't see flames. Let's learn to consciously decode them. 1. Body vibrations. Your own body as detector. Your body isn't just a vessel, it's a high-sensitivity instrument. It reacts to others' fields before your brain forms thoughts. What you feel, and what it means. Unconscious tension, tightening in gut/solar plexus near someone. Decoding. Body detects hidden aggression, hostility, insincerity. Even if smiling, your autonomic nervous system screams. Danger. Never ignore this, it's your oldest defense mechanism. Urge to step back, create distance. Decoding. Boundary violation. They may be energy vampire, conscious/unconscious, draining you, or their field is chaotic/prickly, from inner anger/anxiety, so your field defends. Physical lightness, warmth in chest, spontaneous smile, deep breathing near someone. Decoding. Resonance. Fields harmonize. You feel safety, acceptance, calm. Base for healthy attachment. Common with shared values/rhythms. Heaviness, sleepiness, depletion after talking. Decoding. Classic energy vampirism, often unconscious. You've absorbed their emotional toxins, your energy drained processing it. Post-talk urge. Sleep. Goosebumps. Pleasant equals reaction to sincerity, beauty, deep contact, soul resonated. Unpleasant equals reaction to lies, falseness, hidden threat. Discern by context plus other body signals. Practice. Next date/meeting, silence inner dialogue for 1 minute. Ask body. How's it here? Comfortable? Calm? Tense? Listen to instant reaction in solar plexus/gut. 2. Energy types of people, simplified model, to systematize sensations, identify frequency patterns. Storm, chaotic, high frequency. Human hurricane. Talks fast, moves sharply, emotions extreme. You feel. Excitement, chaos, may energize or exhaust. Decoding. Often masks anxiety/insecurity/inability to be still. Long-term with storm requires titanic calm, or you'll get swept up. Swamp, heavy, low frequency. Slowness, monotone speech, apathetic gaze, pessimism. You feel heaviness, sleepiness, demotivation. Decoding. Often depression/burnout/deep resentment. Not evil, drowning. Unless you're a pro rescuer with endless resources, trying to save ends with you drowning too. Ice, cold, controlled frequency. Flawless manners, even voice, calculated gestures. Zero emotional leaks. You feel coldness, distance, impossible connection. You're evaluated, not felt. Decoding. Deep defense. Possible trauma, never feel again, or narcissism, others equals objects. Relationships equals transactional, status/resource exchange, not warmth. Sun, warm, even, high frequency. Not hysterical storm. Calm confidence, warm gaze, open smile, smooth movements. Post-talk, you feel better, not worse. You feel calm, joy, energy boost. Decoding. Sign of inner wholeness/harmony. Doesn't drain energy, shares it. Green flag on energy level. 3. Intuition versus paranoia. How to tell true signal from your fears. Don't slide into paranoia where every discomfort equals sign. Hey race, how to distinguish. Intuition, true field signal. Arises suddenly/specifically around person or thought of them, accompanied by clear physical sensation, stomach knot, cold hands, not tied to past fears, all men are jerks, feels like unique signal about this person, later facts, words/actions, confirm initial sensation anxiety/projection, your internal noise. Constant/generalized, I trust no one, I fear relationships, more thoughts/internal dialogue, what if he, then body feeling, clearly tied to old traumas/fears, not confirmed by person's actual action separation exercise. When uneasy near someone, ask. Is this about them, specific, now, here? Or my old fear, from what others did? 4. How not to become a dirty battery. Protecting your field reading others is vital, but preserving your integrity is crucial. Don't confuse others' frequencies with your own. Boundaries equal state, not words. You can't stop someone being a swamp, but you can avoid diving in. Limit time, don't engage their endless problems, keep physical distance. Grounding. After heavy interaction, stand barefoot, floor, breathe deeply, imagine heaviness draining into earth. Shower, water is best energy cleanser. Accept. You're not obliged to fix others' frequencies. Your job equals diagnose. Don't rescue drowning if you lack skills/strength, sail your course. Healthy relationships equals resonance of two strong fields, not energy transfusion from whole to sick. Real-life example. You meet a woman, beautiful, smart, says right things. But post-meeting, you get headaches, crave silence. Analysis. Body, tense, voice, slightly fake, words, you should. Context, social media full of X photos. Energy verdict. Your body clearly says no, drains. Overall. Not your person. Logic may fit, but your core system rejects contact. Trust it. Highest level people reading equals direct knowing no pretty lie can override. Chapter 5 Summary. Your subtle perception isn't woo, it's an ancient, precise survival tool. It sums up all prior chapters into one instant verdict. Yes or no. Learning to hear your body and distinguish intuition from fear gives you an unhackable inner guard, immune to verbal deception. The Sphere, energy code of invincibility now, field instructions. No theory, no psychology. Just a working code. Situation. Walking at night. See a pack. They stare, predatory gaze. Reaction time. 0.5 seconds. Algorithm. 1. Inhale. Sharp, through nose. Air into belly. 2. Command. Mentally, like fist slamming table. Strength in me. Strength ahead. Strength behind. Strength left. Strength right. Strength below. Strength above. 3. Exhale. Sharp, through mouth. Simultaneously, expand. Don't visualize. No. A sphere of pure force, 5 meters around you. Density equals steel. Frequency equals high voltage hum. Physical effect. Pupils narrow, gaze becomes heavy, scans 10 meters ahead, shoulders square, without lifting, step becomes firm, not fast, carrying what the pack sees. Not a person. An object. A motionless center of moving force field. Their rodent brain instinct screams. Don't touch. Not prey. Danger. They look away. Turn. Part. You pass, no speed up, no glance back. Scenario 2. Aggressor at close range, he's in your face. Mouth open. Drool. Action. 1. Inhale. 2. Command. Core 3. Exhale plus compress. Sphere doesn't expand, it contracts to skin thickness. You become a diamond slug. His words hit this shell and bounce back into his throat. He chokes. Can't speak. You look through him. Silent 3 seconds. He retreats. Script broken. Critical. Don't think. Do. Don't hold longer than 10 seconds. Impulse passage release. No anger. No fear. Just fact of strength. After, forget. Live on. Protocol summary. You don't pass through. You carry your territory through theirs. Not defense, declaration of physical status. Not to win. To not waste time on shit. Now go. Next chapter, full portrait assembly. Chapter 6. Practicum, building a full portrait in 10 minutes. Theory without practice equals dead weight. You've covered 5 data sources. Body, voice, words, context, energy. Now learn to instantly synthesize them, like a command center operator. Goal. Not 3-hour psychoanalysis after first date. Goal equals 1015-minute verdict. Green light. Proceed with open but attentive heart. Red light, stop. Max vigilance, or end contact. Quick scan. Algorithm. Phase 0. Prep, pre-meeting, review digital context, if any. Not stalking, spot dissonance. Claims simplicity but luxury photos. Preaches spirituality but money quotes. Note 12 mismatches. Prepare 12 test topics vital to you: money, views, family, boundaries. Not interview questions, conversation starters. Phase 1. First 2 minutes, entering the field, silence inner dialogue. Don't plan replies, feel. Read energy. First impression. Heaviness/lightness. Draw closer/pull away. Equals your most honest baseline. Assess body. Relaxed. Fidgety. Tense. Note posture plus foot direction, toward/away. Phase 2. Next 5 minutes, base dialogue, scan 3 channels simultaneously. 1. Body/face. Reactions to your words. Genuine smile, eyes plus mouth, or lips only. Nods while body leans away. Holds gaze or looks away. 2. Voice. Steady pitch/volume. Or jumps, deep/confident high/nervous on simple questions. 3. Words. Who talks more? If only them possible narcissism. Uses generalizations, all men. Redirects every topic to self. Phase 3. Final 3 minutes, test drive, gently introduce your test topic. Not how much do you earn? But, I've been thinking how important it is in relationships for each person to have their own space and shared goals. How do you feel about that? Intensify observation. Previous data might just be mannerisms. Reaction to your vital topic equals truth test. Watch the combo. Body. New tension. Closed posture. Face/neck touching. Voice. Tone/speech shift. Pauses/fillers, Words. Direct/honest. Or vague, feelings matter most, accusatory, more complaints, topic switch. Ask one clarifying question. See if reply was thoughtful, or just a reflex. Phase 4. Analysis, immediately after, run mental checklist. Red flags checklist, 2+ = stop, category mild signs critical sign, stop, energy/body slight tension clear physical repulsion, fear goosebumps, gut clench. Feet always toward exit. Voice minor tone shifts sharp voice mask switch on key question, warm cold, confident shrill. Word some generalizations victim language plus duty demand, I've been abandoned, you must save me. Direct emotional manipulation. Context minor mismatch total image/reality gap, poverty amid luxury claims. Green flags checklist, encouraging signs, congruence. Body, voice, words, known context align. Calm openness. Handles your questions thoughtfully, no aggression. Dialogue reciprocity. Asks about you, your views. Boundary respect. No pressure, no interruptions, senses when you need space. Energy comfort. Post-interaction equals neutral/good, not drained. Real case breakdowns case 1. Successful and lonely situation. Date with 38F claiming desire for family. 2 minutes. Cool, evaluative energy. Perfect posture, but crossed ankles. Feet not toward you. 5 minutes. Even, teacher-like voice. Heavy eye. I achieved, am used to, I won't tolerate. Asks about your achievements formally, immediately shifts back to self. 3 minutes, test. You say. For me, family means being a team, both invest. Her reaction. Leans back. Voice colder/flatter. Words. Team means each does their function. I create comfort/status. Man provides security. Otherwise, what's the point? Analysis. Red flags. 1. Energy coldness/evaluation. 2. Transactional language, security for comfort. 3. No dialogue, client posture. 4. Body closed on vital topic. Verdict, stop. Not partner seeking, bidding for resource provider. Her family equals corporation where you're a pie-driven employee. Case 2. Calm and reliable situation. Meet 45M. Divorced, has child. 2 minutes. Calm, warm energy. Slight fatigue, but no aggression. Body relaxed, facing you. 5 minutes. Low, even voice with natural pauses. Listens attentively. Talks about sun warmly, no ex bashing. Asks about your life. 3 minutes, test. You say. Must be hard balancing personal life and parenting. His reaction. Stays open, leans slightly closer. Voice warm. Words. It's responsibility. But if someone matters, you find time/energy. Important everyone's comfortable, kid and partner. Like a puzzle, fit carefully. Analysis. Green flags. 1. Congruence, calm body plus warm voice plus measured words. 2. Comfort for all equals maturity/care. 3. No blame/victimhood. 4. Energy comfortable. Verdict. Green light. Mature, tired but whole. Not perfect, but potentially healthy partner for conscious relationship. Algorithm's secret: don't memorize 100 signs. Trust your overall impression, now built from 5 inputs. Post-scan, ask. Do I feel safe, respected, interested? Or anxious, irritated, eager to leave? Your first reaction equals some verdict from all systems, instant to logical. Our work equals teach you to hear it, and not drown it in pretty stories. This ability isn't a gift, it's a skill. And now you have it. Chapter 6.1. Women's Case Studies, The Princess, Saver, and Lady Boss Codes. The system's universal, but examples help you see yourself in text. Here, 3 female archetypes men and women in friendships encounter. Case 1. The princess, the rosy burden, image. Groomed, stylish, always on. Social media equals gloss. Speech. Am used to attention, a man should, I get gifts just because. Body. Proud posture, but tight, fierce smudging makeup/wrinkling dress. Gestures equals performative. Voice. Whiny/childish when wanting something. Cold/evaluative when judging you. Context. Home equals magazine shoot. Friends equals fellow princesses or admirers. Energy. Drains like vacuum. Post-talk equals feel like staff. Red flags. Conversation orbits her needs, can't say thanks, expects entitlement, helpless/hysterical in crisis. Green flags, if not archetype, but femininity. Grooming plus caring for others, high standards for self first, knows how to give, not just receive. Case 2. The saver, the white-cloaked martyr, image. Often plain. Kind but tired face. Speech. I help everyone, head be lost without me, all use me, I endure. Body. Slumped, tired, but energy surge when saving. Voice. Quiet, whiny, but turns preachy. I told you so. Context. Circle equals save people, ex-alcoholic, hysterical friend, stray cats. Home equals shelter for others' problems. Energy. Heavy, oppressive. Post-talk equals guilt plus fatigue. Red flags. Help always visible, needs recognition, creates problems to heroically solve, keeps others helpless, their dependence equals her value. Green flags, healthy care. Helps without demanding thanks, says no when resources low, gives fishing rod, not just fish, teaches self-reliance. Case 3. The lady boss, the general in suit, image. Flawless business attire, direct/harsh gaze. Speech. Time equals money, rules rule here, emotions equals weakness. Body. Closed, controlled postures. Precise, pointer-like gestures. Minimal expression. Voice. Even, monotone, announcer-like. Context. Home equals office. Friends equals business contacts. Relationships equals joint projects. Energy. Cold, detached. Can't relax around her. Red flags. Sees people as functions, never admits errors, views tenderness/vulnerability as stupidity. Green flags, strong woman, not ice. Tough at work, soft privately, delegates, not micromanages, values relationships, not just results. Universal principle. Archetypes equals extreme manifestations. Real people equals mixtures. Your job. 1. Spot dissonance between image and essence. 2. Identify governing programs. 3. Assess program compatibility with your reality. Women reading this just slot female roles into male examples, principles identical. Narcissism wears suits and dresses. Victimhood equals genderless. Manipulators have no gender. Chapter 7. Social radar and silent influence, reading people in lives. Flow. So far, people reading in dating/close contexts. But life equals constant micro-contacts. Aggressive neighbor, pushy clerk, whiny colleague, suspicious elevator stranger. No time for deep analysis. Need social radar, instant threat/intent reading, and energy jujitsu, silent pressure neutralization. 1. Turning on radar in crowds. Goal. Not judge everyone, filter potential threats/nuisances. Peripheral scanning. Don't stare. Relax gaze, let peripheral vision catch sharp movements/stares aimed at you. Read location field. Entering subway/cafe/queue, ask. What's the vibe? Tense/calm/aggressive. Your body knows instantly. If gut tightens, increase vigilance. Key 12 seconds targets. Eyes. Darting/evaluating, hunting weak spots, equals threat. Unfocused/absent equals safe. Hands. Clenched/fidgeting/hit equals hidden aggression/nerves. Open/relaxed equals neutral. Shoulders/torso. Tense, raised, attack ready equals conflict prep. Slumped/head tucked equals victim mode, or exhaustion. Example. Enter half-empty subway car. Radar scans. Man in corner on phone safe, quiet couple chatting safe, man opposite door. Eyes scan entrance, legs wide, hands on knees, palms down, fingers tapping, 1 second verdict. Not relaxed. Controls space, evaluates newcomers. Not necessarily threat, but tension source. You want sit opposite. Choose side/far seat, outside his control zone. 2. Energy suppression without words. 3. Influence types not magic, nonverbal dominance/calm signals our subconscious reads instinctively. Type 1. Against aggression, iron cocoon, situation. Aggressor approaches, line cutter, drunk, hostile neighbor. Invade space, pressures with voice/gestures. Your tactic. Don't play their game. 1. Full stop. Cease fidgeting. Freeze. Aggression feeds on reaction/movement. 2. Gaze. Don't look away, fear, or glare, challenge. Set calm, slightly unfocused gaze just above bridge of nose or at ear. Look through them, not at them. They cease to exist as attack target. 3. Breathing. Deep, slow belly breaths. Signals. I'm calm. You're no threat. 4. Posture. Don't face fully, challenge posture. Turn slightly sideways, smaller target, weight even on both feet, arms relaxed or lightly crossed low, defensive but not closed. 5. Silence. No justifications, no arguments. Just iron cocoon listening. Often, aggressor, denied expected drama, fear/anger, chokes and retreats. Their script fails. Type 2. Against manipulation/nagging, gray rock, situation. Manipulator clings, winner, energy vampire, eternally complaining colleague. Wants your emotional engagement/energy/sympathy. Your tactic. Be boring/uninteresting one. Monotone, one-word replies. Yes, no, understood, happens. 2. Zero emotion. Flat voice, neutral face. No sympathetic nods. Goal equals zero emotional payoff. 3. Physical distancing. Gradually turn torso, check phone/watch. Clear signal. This interaction is over. 4. Broken record. On repeated manipulations, why so cold, reply same neutral phrase. I hear you, that happens. 5. Calm, abrupt exit. Sorry, I must go, this talk leads nowhere. I'm leaving. Walk away, no explanations. Explanations equals manipulator fuel. Type 3. Against insecurity/authority pressure, calm mountain, situation. Pressure from higher-ups, strict doctor, bureaucrat, tyrant boss, or condescending tones. Your tactic. Unwavering dignity 1. Control pace. Don't rush reply. Pause before answering equals you're thinking, not reacting. 2. Quiet, low voice. Speak slightly softer/lower than them. Forces them to listen, automatically reduces their push. 3. Direct but calm gaze. Equal to equal eye contact, no aggression. 4. Space control. Standing, upright but relaxed. Sitting, take space, hand on adjacent chair back, lean back slightly. Don't shrink. 5. Clarifying questions. Instead of defending, ask calmly. What specifically is unsatisfactory? What are the rule-based solutions? So you're proposing? Shifts from emotional to factual, puts bully in bind. 3. Daily microscripts, line cutting. Assume stable stance, lightly extend elbow, not aggressive, just claim space. Turn, calm eye contact. Often enough. Subway staring. Hold gaze 12 seconds, then slowly/blankly look through them, as if at wall behind. Message. Noted. You're nothing. Colleague whining. Immediately hand them object, hold this, stand, step toward exit, gotta see boss now. Physically break script before it starts. Suspicious stranger requests. Short no. No smile. Shoulder turn, walk away. No guilt, your safety/energy a politeness. Chapter Philosophy. On street/in public, you're not therapist or rescuer. You're master of your energy/space. People reading here isn't for analysis, it's for instant decisions. Approach, distance, neutralize, ignore. You owe no one mandatory engagement. Your power equals choosing whose frequency to tune into, and which signals to block. This is ultimate self-respect. Filtering incoming world and silently, firmly cutting anything threatening your peace. Feedback as mirror, seeing yourself through the system's eyes. You're now a radar operator, spotting games, feeling falseness, hearing dissonance. But all observation systems have blind spots. Biggest equals yourself. You can master diagnosing others' ills, while running a fever. Set boundaries for others, but violate your own. Sharpen your scanner, and become the ice or storm others shield against. Mirror principle. Your world isn't random people, it's a systemic reflection of your inner state/unconscious programs. Blind spot diagnostics, 3 mirrors. Mirror 1. Recurring scenarios, keep attracting victims needing rescue. Are you a savior? Grants control/importance. Constantly provoked to fight. Hunt hidden background aggression/contempt others sense. People lie to you. Do you unknowingly make truth unsafe? Judgment, explosions, moralizing, mirror 2. Honest feedback from control observer. Pick one person, not fearful/dependent on you. Best. Respected friend/colleague. Ask 3 questions. Don't argue, just listen/thank. 1. What's the first impression I give new people? Cold. Tense. Arrogant. 2. What's my usual state, in your view? Collected. Exhausted. Sarcastic. 3. What in me/behavior might unfairly repel good, normal people? Answers carry their projection, but consistent patterns, ESP. From multiple people, equals your real-world image. Mirror 3. Audit your own digital/speech trails. Harshest mirror. Read old chats, exes, friends, work. Not content, tone. Hunt patterns. Many justifications. Guilt/sarcasm pressure. Respectful or condescending tone. Listening, or waiting to speak. Review social media. What image do you cultivate? Warrior. Victim. Philosopher. Successful. This digital costume shapes who approaches you. Weekly practice. Day without judgments. Once weekly, pure perception day. Task. Catch any internal/external judgment. He's dumb, this sucks, she's hot, weather's awful. Action. Stop thought. Replace judgment with fact plus your feeling. Was. He's late again, irresponsible jerk. Now. He's 15 minutes late. I feel irritated, my time wasn't valued. This won't make you indifferent. It disables automatic judgment, noise drowning out people, and your true self. Chapter conclusion. True strength isn't spotting others' splinters. It's seeing the log in your own eye, and having courage to remove it. Your scanner now points inward too. That's balance. You're not saint, you're engineer. And good engineers diagnose all systems, including their own. Chapter 8. How not to lose your mind, balancing trust and verification. Now armed, you see lies in microexpressions, hear manipulation in tone, feel vampires in the air. But greatest danger. Becoming prisoner of your own insight. If this book makes you see hidden threats in everyone, dissect all encounters, live in permanent defense, you've lost. Swapped one prison, gullibility, for another, paranoia. Goal. Not live in fortress with drawbridge up. Goal equals choose who enters your city, and stay open, alive. 1. Where's the line between vigilance and paranoia? Vigilance equals tool. Use situationally when questions arise. Read signals. Conclude release. Live your life. Paranoia equals state. Tool uses you. Constant signal reading, no off switch. Hunt hidden traps even where none exist. Not living, endless reality checking. Test question. Does your observation block joy, relaxation, trust in those who've proven reliable? If yes, sliding into paranoia. 2. The 3 pillars principle, when to relax. Don't scan your 20-year wife like a suspect. Or best friend who pulled you from pits. Skill equals entry filter, not control over inner circle. Trust must be earned and multi-layered. Pillars. Pillar 1. Time only thing liars/manipulators can't fake. Their patience lasts months, maybe 12 years for big stakes. But years of aligned words/actions, respect even when inconvenient. Impossible for toxic personalities. Pillar 2. Actions in crisis words equals cheap. Character shows not in ease, but in fear, loss, cost, disadvantage. Supported you in hardship, not just success peaks. Took responsibility for errors, or dodged. Sacrificed time/comfort/resources for you, without immediate payback demands. Respected boundaries when desires clashed. Pillar 3. Congruence in small things for healthy people, nonverbal/speech/energy become predictable/harmonious. You stop reading them, just feel comfort. Inner equals outer. No emotional roller coasters. If all 3 pillars stand, turn off scanner. Trust. Risking openness equals strength/wisdom, not weakness. 3. What if scanner triggers on close ones? For existing relationships, partner, friend, relative. 1. Separate signal from noise. Note specific moments. Not always selfish, but yesterday when I cried, he said stop whining and left, voice sharp, body turned away. 2. Check pillars. Crisis behavior. Time together. Consistency. 3. Talk directly, but about feelings, not accusations. Use iMessages. Not. You ignore me. But. I feel lonely/unimportant when your eyes drift to phone during talks. It's a key signal for me. 4. Watch reaction. Healthy. Surprise, concern, desire to understand, apologies, behavior change. Toxic. Dismissal, you're always unhappy, blame shifting, aren't you perfect, aggression, victim playing, now I'm guilty too, ignoring. 5. Decide. If pattern repeats post honest talk plus time, not a signal, but system. Scanners right. Make hard choices. 4. How to stay alive and open, create sacred scanner off time/space. Hours with kids, hobbies, meditation, forest walks. Just be, don't analyze. Fill your life so there's no emotional hunger. Self-sufficient, passionate, fulfilled people equals poor parasite targets. They sense your fullness and bypass you. Plus, you'll have no time/need to scrutinize every passerby. Practice conscious trust. Allow occasional misreads. Your analysis may miss due to fatigue/projection. Not weakness, mental flexibility. Better to sometimes err and give good people a chance than wall yourself in correct conclusions. Remember the goal. Not become invulnerable robot. Goal equals inner peace. Peace from not being used. Peace from not wasting energy on toxic people. And from that peace, build truly deep, safe, joyful bonds. Book conclusion. This book's goal isn't making you see enemies everywhere. It's giving you freedom. Freedom to choose who gets your time, attention, love. Freedom to not fear solitude, knowing it's better than toxic company. Freedom to trust, consciously, with those who pass honest filters. You've journeyed from potential victim investigator operator master of your reality. Your life's no longer a lottery others throw you into. It's a conscious choice. And choices from clarity/self-respect always lead to worthy people and worthy life. Breathe. Turn off scanner. Go live, real life. Where you're no longer a resource, but a source. Part 2. From detector to engineer, building a reality where you don't just survive. Introduction to Part 2 of Part 1. Dissected mechanisms, how the human system works. These mechanisms are universal. Adequacy has no gender. Narcissism, manipulation, victim mentality, patterns worn by all. Part 2 shifts to construction. critical insight. Your fortress, boundaries, sovereignty, these are projects of mature personality. Not real man or strong woman, just adult, responsible human. All tools for frequency tuning, boundary design, selection, your shared toolkit. Use them to build your reality, whatever it may be. You've passed survival school. You spot landmines, distinguish friend from camouflaged cannon. But living on a minefield isn't living, even if you know every mine's location. Part IIS goal. Not better trench digging. Goal equals build a city on that field. With high walls, checkpoint, peaceful life within. You stop being a sapper. You become architect and foreman of your life. No more enemy analysis. Now, blueprints for your fortress, ally recruitment guide, technology to cultivate internal climate where toxic weeds can't grow. If part 1 gave you sight, part 2 gives you hands, to not just see, but build. Chapter 9. Your frequency, how to become a magnet for right people and repellent for wrong ones. You've read others' frequencies. Now consciously tune your own. World isn't just observer, it's mirror/magnet. What you emit, you attract. Predators scent fear/insecurity. Whole people sense calm/strength, not bravado, but deep inner stability. 1. Diagnosing your current frequency honest checklist. What state do you usually inhabit? Victim/deficit frequency. Inner monologue. I lack, I'm unappreciated, everyone should, what if it fails? Body. Slumped, slight tremor, darting eyes, closed postures. Attracts. Predators, manipulators, fellow whiners, to suffer together. Aggressor/tension frequency. Inner monologue. Everyone's idiots, it'll crush them, it'll prove him not weak. Body. Clenched jaw, fists, stone face, jerky moves. Attracts. Conflicts, fellow aggressors, weaklings hold fear, then hate you. Calm strength, wholeness, frequency. Inner monologue. I have choices, they'll handle this, what unfolds next? Body. Upright, not strained, calm direct gaze, deep breaths, relaxed shoulders. Attracts. Opportunities, adequate people, respect, healthy relationships. Your mission. Shift baseline to 3. Not via affirmations, but actions/practices. 2. Engineering tools for frequency tuning. Tool 1. Physical foundation, most critical, body first. No psychology fixes sleepless, junk food fueled, sedentary you. You'll emit dying plant frequency. Do. 78H sleep. Water. Minimize sugar/alcohol, cause anxiety. Any movement leaving pleasant tiredness, not exhaustion. 30 minutes per day. Not for abs, for nervous system fuel. Toned body equals stress-resistant brain. Tool 2. Emotional hygiene. What do you consume? Info diet. Quit social media doom scroll, toxic news, mockery shows. You become what you feed your brain. Audio hygiene. Aggressive hate rap. Sad breakup ballads. Build playlist for calm, focus, healthy energy. Soundtrack shapes inner movie. Tool 3. Inner observer practice skill. Not fusing with emotion. How? When anger/panic/self-pity hits, step back mentally. Say. Interesting, I feel strong anger. Where in body? Gut. Clenched fists, what triggered it? Not I am angry, but anger is present. Defangs emotions control. Affect. You see not cold robot, but stable adult hard to manipulate. Tool 4. Calm anchor creation fast way to reset in stress. How? Recall moment of pure confidence / calm / strength, dawn fishing, post-workout, solving hard problem. Detail. Sights, sounds, body feels. Link to simple physical act. Pinch thumb plus forefinger, rub earlobe. Use. In stress, conflict, pressure, do act plus flash to memory. Resets nervous system, reply from center, not hysteria. 3. How this tuning changes reality when your baseline equals calm strength. 1. Manipulators lose interest. Their hooks, pity / guilt / ego, find no purchase. You give no food, fear / aggression. They detach like leeches from healthy skin. 2. Random conflicts vanish. Your field, upright spine, calm gaze, even voice, broadcasts. Not worth fighting. I want fear or explode, but won't yield. Most small aggressors break and seek softer targets. 3. Whole people gravitate to you. They sense your frequency as their beacon. Conversations shift from problems possibilities. Collaboration offers replace help requests. Healthy relationships become natural byproduct, not desperate search. You stop seeking healthy circles. You form them by simply being in right state. Core law of reality engineering. Can't build solid house on shaky foundation. Your foundation equals nervous system plus psycho-emotional state. All starts here. Frequency tuning equals practical work, calibrating your primary tool, yourself, for next chapter's building. Chapter 10. Boundary design, building impregnable walls with hospitable gates, boundaries, barbed wire fence with F // off sign. Their architecture of your inner space. Skilled architect has strong walls, easy entrances, light-admitting windows. Bad boundaries come in 2 types. 1. Absent. Everyone walks through you like an alley. Or you absorb world's trash as personal. 2. Overhardened. You're in a bunker. Admit no one, but don't live either. Loneliness, despair. Our goal. Smart boundaries. Block uninvited intrusion, but open to welcome guests. 1. Inventory. What are you protecting? Can't guard everything. Define value zones. Zone 1. Untouchable core, nucleus, non-negotiables. Physical / mental health, right to say no, guilt-free, basic self-respect. Key. No compromises. Zero access. Zone 2. Personal space, apartment, your time, energy, money, home, belongings, plans. Key. Invite only, with rules. Violate eviction. Zone 3. Social interaction, yard, chats, joint projects, help, emotional exchange. Key. Reciprocity. If they only take your tools, gate closes. Example. Nucleus. Partner can't insult you, even jokingly. Non-negotiable. Apartment. Let partner use car, but agree they refuel / wash it, or pay gas. Yard. Help friend move. But if they ask every weekend, say, I helped, now I have plans. 2. Building walls, language of boundaries, boundary equals not thought. It's spoken rule plus action. Level 1. Soft warning, for adequates, situation. Colleague distracts with trivia. Phrase. In mid-critical task. Can we talk post-lunch / at 4? Offers alternative, essence. Not don't bother me, structure interaction by your rules. Level 2. Clear line, for non-getters, situation. Relative gives unasked advice on your love life / job. Phrase. I appreciate care, but won't discuss my partner/job choice. Let's talk something else. Essence. Calmly names taboo topic. Adequates retreat. Level 3. Action consequence, for violators, situation. Same relative ignores you, pushes advice again. Phrase. I said I won't discuss this. Since you persist, I'll end this call. Hang up/leave room. Essence. Not drama, applied sanction. Rule violation consequence. Only language manipulators understand. Level 4. Full embargo, for toxic/dangerous, situation. Ex-partner/friend harasses, insults, extorts. Action. Total contact cut. Block numbers/socials. Ban from physical space. No explanations, they fuel next manipulation cycle. Essence. Not war, threat elimination. Like taking out trash, no dialogue. 3. Making gates hospitable, avoiding monkhood, protection goal. Goal equals safe space for healthy bonds. So, gates must open. Hospitable gate principles. 1. Open from inside. You decide, no pressure/duty/accident. 2. Access code. Respect for your rules, reciprocity, sincerity. Proven by behavior, not words. 3. Probation period. Admit to yard, like chat, apartment, closeness, if all good. Nucleus access equals rare, lifelong. 4. Eviction option. Guest trashes/moves furniture/acts owner show door. Gates close as easily as they open. Healthy process example. Yard. Coffee dates. Watch. Respect time. Listen. Mutual interest. Apartment, after good meets. Invite home. Watch. Respect space. Criticize immediately. Split dinner cost, how react. Nucleus, months/years. Share vulnerabilities, fears, core values. Watch. Guard info. Support. Or weaponize in first fight. 4. What if you've never done this and feel guilty? Guilt from boundary setting hits all taught be good for everyone. It's breaking social drug of approval. Guilt beating algorithm. 1. Recognize guilt equals indicator. It flares not because you're bad, but because you're breaking toxic old program. 2. Ask. Who benefits from me having no boundaries? Answer. Others, to use you conveniently. 3. Start small. Say no to minor inconvenient request. Feel discomfort, survive it. World won't end. 4. Reinforce action. Post boundary plus guilt, do something for yourself, gym, nice meal. Brain links self-protection pleasure, not doom. Golden rule. Your boundaries equals your responsibility to yourself. Others' feelings when you stop being their convenient resource equals their responsibility. You needn't be the villain in their story to stay healthy in yours. Chapter conclusion. Boundaries wall against world. Their blueprint of your home, with strong foundation, nucleus, cozy rooms, personal space, open terrace, social interaction. You decide who enters, and how deep. And if someone tries to smash walls, you have not just right, but tools to calmly, inevitably show them out. Now that you guard your territory, next. Consciously invite allies. Not just filter enemies. Chapter 11. Selection principles and practice, how to find and invite your people, not just filter out others. So far, filters, walls, ejecting threats. Defense strategy. But life in besieged fortress equals no life. Need growth strategy. Stop being border guard just checking bags. Become recruiter, curator, architect of your circle. Don't just filter bad. Consciously seek/invite good, those to build/create/amplify with. 1. Paradigm shift. From avoid bad to seek good, old paradigm, survival. Avoid narcissists, scammers, resource drains. Focus equals threats. Hunt red flags. New paradigm, growth. Seek reliable partner, smart friend, fascinating mind. Focus equals opportunities. Hunt green flags. Like business. Bad HR filters unfit. Good HR finds stars. You equals good HR for your life. 2. Your people portrait, what green flags to seek forget rich/beautiful/tender. Seek character/behavior patterns enabling healthy bonds. Green flag 1. Emotional literacy and responsibility, what? Names emotions, I'm angry, I'm scared, doesn't dump as accusations/hysterics. Owns feelings. Not you piss me off. But I get angry when you're late, punctuality matters to me. In practice. Post-fight. I overreacted yesterday. Work stress, I took it out on you. Sorry. Equals strength/maturity. Green flag 2. Loves dialogue, not debate, what? Sees talk as mutual understanding, not winning. Asks. How do you see this? What matters to you here, not prepping counterarguments. In practice. Not you're wrong. But interesting view. What if we tried? Green flag 3. Wholeness and self-sufficiency, isolation, what? Has own life, interests, friends, goals, career. Enters relationships not as half seeking other half, but whole person sharing abundance. Interested in you, doesn't need you. In practice. Doesn't hover 24/7. Has friend plans, hobbies, deadlines. Doesn't dissolve in you, complements your life. Green flag 4. Generosity of spirit, money, what? Shares knowledge, time, support, connections, good mood. No stinginess/envy. Genuinely celebrates your wins, aids your projects. In practice. Just read great book on this, Hayrace link, know someone in that field, want intro, so happy for you. How'd you do it? Green flag 5. Respects boundaries from day one, what? Doesn't push, rush, pry into soul/phone. Here's not now or uncomfortable and backs off. Asks permission. Can I hug you? Mind if I call tomorrow? In practice. Best test. Say no to small early request. Green flag equals respectful okay, no problem. Red flag equals guilt trip, you're stingy, offense, pressure. 3. Where to find such people? Practical geography, forget dating apps as main source. Your people rarely seek partners in same desperation as users. They live their lives. Go where their interests live. For friends/partners. Thematic communities, offline/online. Love mountains. Climbing clubs, trekking meets. Into history. Lectures, archaeology digs. Biz-focused. Networking for experience exchange, not sales. Educational projects. Courses, workshops where people grow, not date. Shared passion equals best foundation. Volunteering. Where people act selflessly, animals, kids, elderly, higher chance of generous spirits. Through healthy existing circle, Friends of trusted friends equals pre-filtered. Tell close ones. Want to expand circle, introduce me to interesting people you know. Golden rule. Go where you'd go even if meeting no one. Pursue genuine interests. You'll be relaxed/authentic, attracting same. 4. How to invite. Art of creating bond, not pressure. Found potential your person. Avoid classic errors. Mistake. Dump full history/fears/relationship desires instantly. Create intensity/pressure. Rule. Move at slowest person's pace. Respect their rhythm. Steps. 1. Light, non-pushy contact on shared interest. Great talk. Eve long been into this too. 2. Low commitment. Next step. Our club discusses this Thursday, join if interested. Or. No great book on this, send link. 3. Watch reciprocity. Green flag equals eager reply, counter questions, own suggestions. If always your initiative, likely no interest. 4. If connection forms, gradually go personal, but not intimate. Share views, not traumas. Discuss values, ideal weekends, yearly goals, not X's. 5. Watch actions. Says values honesty, but always late without notice. Talks family, but forgets your life details. Trust actions. Key invitation phrase. I enjoy/ease/comfort with you. Let's connect more. Not love confession. Quality assessment plus offer to deepen. Adequate person, also enjoying, will say yes. Chapter conclusion. Finding your people equals not hunting/filtering. It's gardening. Prepare soil, your frequency/boundaries, plant seeds, light contacts, water what sprouts, reciprocity, weed out intruders, boundary violators, you stop waiting to be chosen. You build ecosystem you want to live in, and find neighbors growing their gardens beside you. Next chapter, final step. Glue this new reality together, make it irreversible. Shift from building to simply living in it. Chapter 12. Integration, how to glue your new reality and make it irreversible. You've journeyed from sapper to architect. Learn to read people, tuned frequency, built boundaries, started inviting worthy ones. Now, the hardest phase. Integration. Integration equals when new skills/rules stop being exercises and become your new nature. You don't hold spine straight, you just stand straight. You don't analyze words, you just hear true meaning. Boundaries guard themselves, not by willpower, but by self-respect that won't allow violation. This is when your fortress stops being a fortress, and becomes simply your home. And you're not the guard, you're the owner. 1. The healthy by default principle. Your brain, used to chaos/threats, may see peace as boring, healthy bonds as not intense enough. Old system craves drama dose to feel alive. Integration's job. Reprogram system. Make healthy the new default. In practice. Used to tolerating rudeness to avoid conflict. Now, calmly removing toxic people feels as natural as stepping from fire. No inner fight, just hygiene. Used to checking is she lying. Now, ease/transparency with adequate partner needs no energy. Dissonance. Inner detector auto triggers, like smoke alarm. Used to forcing gym. Now, day without movement feels unnatural, as odd as skipping shower. Integration exercise. Blind trust in body daily 10 minutes, silence inner dialogue. Don't shoot yourself. Ask body. What do you want? Walk. Water. Stretch. Lie down. Do it. Trains you to follow not imposed programs, but signals of your integrated system. ITLL guide you in new reality. 2. When the old wave hits, weak moments come. Fatigue, stress, loneliness. Old wounded part whispers. Maybe this is pointless. Return to old. Call X who's something, drink, snap back to feel strong. This isn't relapse. It's old system's final convulsions. Crucial. Pass through, don't break new reality. Wave navigation algorithm. 1. Acknowledge/name. Ah, here it is. Old sadness/anger/panic wave. Not me now, old program. ITLL pass. 2. No decisions. Forbidden to call/write/agree to big things/make life conclusions in this state. Decisions equals regression. 3. Ride on healthy autopilot. Switch to robot mode. Follow protocol. Sleep. Walk nowhere. Shower. 20 push-ups. Read book, not social media. Reset physical state. 4. Morning analysis. When wave recedes, ask. What triggered it? Fatigue? Specific event? Not self-blame, just engineer logging system glitch cause. Each beaten wave makes new reality stronger. You prove to psyche. New rules work, even under stress. 3. Gluing new relationships so they don't crumble at first blow. You found a good person. Scary. What if you ruin it? What if it's illusion? Healthy relationships glue not with passion/fear of loss, but with 1. Respect for each other's individuality. You don't merge into one. You're two wholes walking parallel. Respect their time, friends, opinions, even if different. You don't own them. 2. Repair skill, not destruction. Conflicts happen. Healthy bonds have repair algorithm. Stop word/timeout. Pre-agree phrase/gesture. We're both heated, 1 hour pause. Walk to separate rooms, silently. Return to talk. After hour, discuss not who's guilty, but I felt and felt humiliated when you joked about me in front of friends. Need private disagreements. Future focus. How to prevent this next time. Agree on signal if uncomfortable in group. With this algorithm, bonds become nearly unbreakable. Without it, they'll shatter at first. Real storm, however beautiful the start. 4. Final integration test. Simple. Answer. 1. Can you spend full day alone, feeling not panic/loneliness, but interest/calm/joy? Wholeness indicator. 2. When seeing clear manipulation, store, work, is your first reaction cold, automatic scheme recognition plus evasion tactic, not anger/need to justify. Skill mastery. 3. When close person speaks honestly/kindly, can you simply accept it, no hidden agenda hunting? Healthy trust capacity. If 2/3 equals yes, integration is underway. You're not learning to live anew. You are living it. Epilogue. What now? You close this book. But it's not an end, it's day 1. Day 1 of life where you're no longer a pawn on others' chessboard, a resource in others' strategy, a patient in relationship hospital. You're the author. Architect. Engineer. You hold blueprints of your reality. Tools to build it. And, most crucially, you now see those building worthy worlds beside you. With them, you'll build bridges, or peacefully neighbor. This book wasn't about finding a woman or avoiding betrayal. It was about sovereignty. Sovereignty over your attention, time, energy, body, choices. Now your job isn't applying this knowledge. It's forgetting it. Letting it sink to subconscious, become instinct. And on surface, just live. Live interestingly, consciously, worthily. Build your city. Be its first, greatest citizen. And may it always have room for those who come in peace and respect. All others, let them stay beyond walls. Not your loss, their problem. Good luck, brother. Build.